the first thing is FSU's got a terrific program. They've been very, very successful since the time I've been in the league. Last year, it came down to the last possession in both games, and in one we were on defense, and one we were on offense. Both down, we were up one, down one, and didn't complete the play. Either defensively we fouled, or offensively we missed the shot. So, hats off to Florida State. Hopefully, we can turn that around tomorrow night. As far as Isaiah Wong, he was sick as a dog. He's got a sinus infection. He's on medication. He told me this morning he's finally starting to feel better. So he's been under the weather, and as a result, we basically almost were playing without him on Saturday. I had to take him out in the first half. He wasn't in foul trouble or anything, but he just wasn't feeling good. In the second half, he finally, made a couple of shots, was feeling a little bit better, but his energy level was hard for him to breathe with the sinus infection that he had.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Adam Lichtenstein. Go ahead, Adam.
Hi, Jim. I know you've talked about this in the past, but just, with the conference games coming, rapid fire, just how is the team holding up during this stretch?
Well, this is a very difficult time for us. We've got 3 straight road games starting in Durham, at Duke, and now tomorrow night at Florida State. Then we travel to Pittsburgh on Saturday. It's a very strange schedule for us. We played 4 non-conference games in December and went 4-0. And now we're in January, we're on the road. So you've got to be at your best playing in a hostile environment. I thought the Duke crowd, the Cameron Crazies, really ignited them, especially late in the game when the shot clock was winding down and Whitehead threw in a half-court heave that banked in, and the crowd went absolutely nuts and kind of took the air out of us. They went on like a 10-0 run, and we fought our way back. We were only down 2 with, under 30 seconds to go. We had Norshad Omier at the rim, and we just didn't finish on 2 or 3 possessions. I think that easily could have been a basket and a tie game and maybe overtime.
We'll go to Isabie Charles. Go ahead, Isabie.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned just, how tough it is on the road. Obviously, 2 close losses to Duke and NC State. Just what do you think it's going to take for you guys to get over that little hump at the end of the games on the road?
Well, in all close games, there are several things that you have to do. The first is you really got to lock down defensively. The second, you must defensive rebound. You got to control your defensive backboards. You can't give up second shots. That's what hurt us at Duke late in the game. And then on offense, you can't turn the ball over. You got to execute whatever play you're calling, because normally at that time, we're calling a set play and trying to get the ball to a specific guy. And we just got to do a little bit better job of finishing. We had several opportunities in the last 2 weekends, and both times we fell a little short. In previous games, we've won a lot of those this year, and either by blocking a shot or getting a basket. So, it's a situation. You have 2 good teams battling it out. Florida State is coming off of 2 straight road wins. So their crowd is going to be into it and cheering them on, and it's been a tough place for us to win.
Corey Christen, go ahead.
Coach, good morning. I know you don't see Pitt until Saturday, but just from observing and maybe what you've seen from them this year, what stands out to you about what Jeff Capel's been able to do really with a retooled roster, a bunch of new transfers, and kind of what they've been able to do across the ACC this year?
Yeah, they're very much in the thick of things for the regular season championship. They're playing very good defense. They're sharing the ball. I saw them, go into Raleigh and defeat NC State, and I thought their defense was tremendous. Guarding those terrific guards and controlling the backboard. So Jeff's done a great job.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll go back to Michelle Kaufman. Go ahead, Michelle.
Jim, if you could just give us a little scouting report on what do you expect from FSU? They are coming off 2 wins. They struggled a lot early. They have a lot of new players and some injuries and stuff like that. What have you seen in the last 2 games that they've maybe improved, and what will be the biggest challenges for you guys facing them?
Well, I think they finally settled on a starting unit and a rotation and the balance. They've moved Matt Cleveland to the 4. They've done what a lot of teams have done, including ourselves. They've played a little bit more with just skilled players. Green is such a tremendous three-point shooter. Mills is such a good one-on-one player. Jalen Worley is really delivering the ball to those guys. They're not as big as they've been in the past, but they're much more versatile.
Go back to Adam Lichtenstein. Go ahead, Adam.
Hi again. So a little outside the conference stuff. Just I don't know if you've seen FAU basketball right up the road. They're 19-1. They've won 18 straight games. I'm not sure if you know their coach Dusty May or if you've seen anything about them, but just if you do know him or have talked to him, what do you think about what he's done with that program?
I'm glad we're not playing them this year. Last year we beat them at their place. Isaiah Wong made a driving basket. We won by 2 points, and Dusty's done a great job. And he's in a good league and has proven they can play with anybody.
I'll go to Marcus Benjamin. Go ahead, Marcus.
Hi, Coach. Your team has done really well at home, still undefeated, and little difficulties on the road. Is there anything different specifically that you've seen with your team at home compared to on the road this season?
I'd say really no. When we played NC State at home, it was a close game. It came down to the last minute, and we were able to win that one. At their place, they won. Duke, we played basically with our best player, Isaiah Wong, under the weather and not able to play at a high level. And that makes all the difference in the world. If your best players are not playing at the top of their game, it's just more difficult. We've had good success at home, but first of all, our crowds have been great, very supportive, and our players have played very well at home.
Anything else for Coach Larranaga? Oh, go back to Michelle Kaufman. Go ahead, Michelle.
All right, I have one more. I actually spoke to Leonard this morning, and he said he was very impressed with your team's defense, that it doesn't get enough credit, the defense of your team and the way you guys defended against Duke. Can you just talk about the way your team is playing defense this year?
Well, in actuality, that we have simplified some things defensively, and we've worked really hard at it. We're short. We're a team that starts a center that's 6'7" and a power forward that's like 6'6", and most of the teams in the league are 6'10", 7 foot at those two positions, and so we have to really defend as a unit. And the other day against Duke, I thought they scored 68. I would have taken that if you told me beforehand. I thought the first team to 80 was going to win. I was very disappointed that our offense was not able to click the way it's been. We didn't have nearly many assists. A lot of our shots were challenged. They were contested. But our defense was pretty solid. It needs to be very, very good tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Coach L, thank you for the time. Appreciate it. We'll bring